Pearl, or rather, as most of you will know her as, the crabby hermit needs our help, folks. We can't get her off this island, no, nor can we maybe give her the proper end she so desperately seeks. However, with the set of specific tasks needed to be done, we can at least build a friendship. Let's get to it. But to those unaware of how to actually find this new island, we need to scoop up messages in a bottle out on the water to have a significant chance of being shown where the island is. Then, it's just simply up to you to get there. And now, let's get friendly. And one of the more obvious tasks is repairing her home. And there happens to be 3 stages to it, all lending to a level of friendship. The first stage may honestly be the most difficult in my opinion, but get it done, and not only will you raise that friendship level by 1, but also immediately gain access to the early stages of the bottle exchange. Well done. Upon finishing stage 2 of house reconstruction, you may venture over to find that the bottle exchange has remained the same. So what's the deal there? Well, you have increased your friendship level to 2, yes. However, your gift is a bundle of thanks. These typically hold 3 random shell bells. However, as time progresses, you will notice honey entering the mix, and Pearl here throws in a random lure from the new set of them to boot. Very nice. But finish the last stage of her house, which, by the way, will not be possible until at least summertime, mind you, and you will have upped your friendship level to 3, and thus unlocked even more things in the bottle exchange. So, before we move on here, here's how things work. Friendship levels 1, 3, 6, 8, and 9 unlock additional bottle exchanges, while levels 2, 4, 5, and 7 will see us receiving bundles of thanks for our troubles. But what other troubles are there even? Well, here's a super easy one involving her very own drying racks. Just have 6 pieces of meat drying at one time to get a friendship level increase. This is a task, actually, that can be done multiple times. However, you will have to wait for Pearl to eat the dried meat in the first place, of course. A couple things to note in the grand scheme of things, too. If you're performing a task that does increase friendship levels, Pearl will just actually stop what she's doing and come over to watch you do it. So that should be a good indicator there. And perhaps just reading what she says on occasion could point you in the proper direction for said tasks. That being said, I'm already going to tell you all the tasks anyway, so moving on to flower planting. I believe you can plant them anywhere on our island, and I think it must be at least 10 flowers, but get to it to up that friendship level once again. This task is not repeatable, as it'd just be way too easy to abuse. However, it does actually reward something unique. Honey on top of all the shells and lures that you might get. So, there's that. Moving on, fertilizing a healthy number of berry bushes is a task one could do. I think 8 is the minimum needed, and they must be fertilized and not just simply planted there to up the friendship level with Pearl. Depending on where that is, of course, you may have just gained access to even more items from within the bottle exchange. Albeit, they're going to be all floats and lures pretty much. But here's a fun one and a lovely little touch. Let's say it's raining, and you've got an umbrella to spare. If you hand it over to Pearl, she'll start to thank you more and more. You will also just kind of feel better about yourself by helping a wet friend in need. Oh, and have you noticed how the color of Pearl's text has changed as friendship has increased? Cause yup, that's a thing. And in a very similar vein, let's say the white stuff has fallen instead. We can keep Pearl warm with winter gear like the puffy vest, for example. And as far as I can tell, winter hats aren't enough or just not accepted. But perhaps that's unintended, not really sure. But whatever the case, perhaps you've now unlocked friendship level 8 now and have some of the final bottle exchanges because of it. And it's fish food for the win. Oh, and level 8 friendship means you and Pearl can dance together now. Beautiful. But hold up, Beard. How the heck do you even know her name? Well, that's because a level 8 friendship also reveals that very thing to us. We can now hover over both Pearl and her house and not just read about this once old crabby hermit lady all the time. Her name is Pearl, and this is Pearl's place. Very nice. Now, these next 5 tasks are all very similar, so let's just simply group the idea of them all together. Pearl loves big fish. We can either choose to give her 5 separate heavy ocean fish of any kind to up the friendship, or we can give her one of the newest seasonal fishies to accomplish the very same thing. And not only do all 4 seasonal fish count towards a friendship point themselves if heavy enough, Pearl will also give you an advert for those specific new lures to be placed in the tackle receptacle, of course, so you don't really have to come to her island all the time you want them. This will be mostly trial and error, as not all fish are heavy enough, and you may have noticed something very interesting. I now have Pearl's Pearl. This means I have reached level 10 friendship with her. But before we discuss what that means beyond one final bottle exchange, let's talk the last tasks here. Although I have apparently read that it seemingly no longer factors into friendship anymore, using the pinching winch to clean up the coastline around Pearl's Island was and maybe still is a task that lends to friendship points. Whatever the case, it is still a great idea to get used to using this machine. You'll thank me later. Pearl must also adore the desert apparently, as not only do we need some cactus flowers for her home, she will gladly munch on some flower salad from us as well. This is a friendship task, and likely one of the easiest. However, it can only be done every 10 days. Plus, you'll have to be waiting till summer to even have a chance to do it regardless. And finally, the last task, at least for now, apparently come summer, a lure plant will spawn on Pearl's Island, and killing it will be enough to up Pearl's friendship once again. I do say apparently, because personally I did not experience this. However, I have been told that it is true, so there you go. But to truly wrap up today, let's wrap up Pearl's full quest, at least as best as we can currently. A full friendly Pearl means a gifted Pearl's Pearl here, and a gifted Pearl's Pearl can then be socketed into the Crab King to guarantee a celestial tribute drop after whatever iteration of the fight you partake in. It sounds like one pearl, then the rest being purple gems, seems to be the easiest fight, with the others only being around for bragging rights, essentially. The Celestial Altar looks a little like this, and will hopefully play a major role in the lunar content to come, if it even comes in the first place. For now, it simply works as the Celestial Altar does, with giving access to the Celestial tab, and nothing more. But as far as the pearl, it will be cracked come the death of the Crab King, and giving it back to Pearl is meant to complete her quest and provide whatever closure that it could. It's quite sad stuff actually, because if you haven't guessed it, the Crab King and Pearl are related. But there you have it, everyone. How to complete the many tasks for Don't Starve Together's newest NPC, Pearl, the not so crabby hermit any longer. Don't worry, another video will be dropping right alongside this one that will dive deep into the bottle exchange. So head there to learn even more about all this stuff. So thanks for watching, folks. Well wishes to all. Be friendly out there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.